unstructured environments, rare edge cases, and the need for human judgment continue to pose challenges for AI system. This creates an interesting paradox. Manufacturing, being structured and process-driven, appears ideal for automation, yet adoption is more cautious because the cost of getting it wrong is significantly higher, which is why the shift we are witnessing is not about replacement, but about collaboration. To explore this further, we are fortunate to have with us two distinguished leaders who bring complementary perspective to the journey. With us today, Ms. Aditi Sharma, a global transformational and P&L leader with over 30 years of experience in supply chain and operation. She has driven large-scale transformation across diverse industries and cultures, currently serving as the Chief Manufacturing Excellence Officer at Uno Minda Group. She provides holistic leadership across the manufacturing value chain, integrating operational excellence, governance, and future-focused capabilities. She has held leadership roles at leading multinational companies including Vedanta Resources, Cummins, Ford Motors, General Electric, and Dell Technologies. She is widely recognized for transforming global manufacturing and supply chain ecosystems, delivering operational excellence, building high-performance teams, and driving sustainable growth across complex international operations. Her core expertise spans manufacturing excellence, global supply chain strategy, quality, transformation, operational turnaround, digital manufacturing, Industry 4, ESG, EHS leadership, and large-scale organization transformation. So let us put our hands together to welcome Ms. Aditi Sharma.
For inviting me here. And since we are in the AI world right now, I would like to say thank you everyone for all the participants who are sitting here and giving me this opportunity to speak. What I'm going to speak is very AI, right? Artificial intelligence, which everybody knows. So everything that comes from me is something which has somewhere crossed your mind either as a thought or as a question or as an emotion. And all those things, when we put together in a machine, becomes artificial intelligence. So intelligence which comes to us as an artificial intelligence is somewhere created by human, converted into continuous data which has been repetitive, and hence it became artificial, right? So, you know, in last 30 years of my career, I have seen one thing which has been constant. That is something new which has come to us, and that has become a fear point for us. When I joined this industry after my engineering, which was a very, very bold decision for somebody to take back in 1991, saying I want to become a mechanical engineer. And I became a mechanical engineer by choice. Because for me, as a young woman or young girl, I wanted to do something which nobody did. Okay, this can be a very stupid thought some days, but for me that was the excitement. But more importantly, I come from a very small village. And my father used to go to somebody who had a garage. And I used to think that, you know, the trucks come, stop there, and then they get completely dismantled, put in some of those, small pots, get cleaned, things get back together, and this nice sound starts coming. And, you know, that life comes back. And that was my excitement to become a mechanical engineer. When I came to the industry, I was one of the kind everywhere, be it in the shop floors, and shop floor to boardroom. Even as I am in Minda, I was the first woman in the leadership in Minda, right? So that has been a constant. So every change has been a constant for me. My first constant change was bringing diversity into the shop floors. Okay, I was one of those who decided to work in the shop floor. And that agenda has still been continuing. Then came automation, right? It was such a big fear. Oh my God, automation will take away jobs. It didn't happen till date. We are still automating. Then came IoT. How to combine machines with technology. Again, we have been thinking, oh my God, what will happen? Human race will be completely erased. Now everything will happen through automation. Machines will start producing everything. It didn't happen, right? Now the same fear, same constant, which is changing, is AI. What is AI going to do? Is it going to take away all the job? Human will become, obsolete. Jobs will go away everywhere. Yesterday I was sitting with some of the IT professionals, and their one fear, with a triglycerol being 700 because of the stress that their jobs are going away. And I asked him, I say, who's going to develop this AI? You will never get over human. Because creative will continue to be with human. So with that I start. I'm not good with slides and presentations at the same time. What is that factory of future look like? And what should it be? We need to understand, as we are moving into newer technologies, the complexity of operations is changing. And hence, repeatability is something which we need to think of. Should we really use this? India is not scarce in that way, but as we are going into an era where, if I look at my households today, their one agenda is to make sure that their children are educated. Right? So as we are moving in the era where even the lesser, fortunate people are also getting educated, they want to utilize more than their hands and legs, they want to utilize their brain. And how can we make human as a brain-centric asset and convert everything which is physical into artificial intelligence is what machines have to learn and is what industry have to learn. So that is a very simple thing which I will put into the play. We are listening about dark factories, we are listening about light factories where no human is working. Those are all the places where there is repetitive work, very high precision work, where we do not need somebody to go and use the brain. So those are the things, yes, should become the future of manufacturing, and we should be thinking about it. What is the current state of AI? We talk about predictive maintenance. All of us talk about preventive and predictive. What is predictive maintenance? What is preventive maintenance and what is maintenance? And who does maintenance? Right? Predictive is, instead of saying my machine is broke down and I need to fix it and send a person, versus somebody giving the machine is giving a sense that 12 days from now I need maintenance. The maintenance will still be done by a human. But how can you bring down your breakdowns, improve your efficiency, have better productivity? Every time a machine breaks down, as a quality person, I know 1 touch, 1 ppm. So every breakdown leads to 1 ppm. Right? So those are the things which we can plan better if we move to the AI-driven industry. Automotive, moving from a completely mechanical to electromechanical and slowly electronics, repeatability and smaller parts which cannot be seen through human eyes, or there are parts, we all know that the parts which we have to see from below where there is no visibility. Those are the things which will start moving towards no human-centric operations. So, should AI be a fear or should AI be an enabler is something which we need to think of. It's a very, very simple answer. Supply chain, everything, demand planning, forecasting, material planning, logistics, warehouse, everything can be done through artificial intelligence till one day Trump wakes up and says, मैं ईरान पे हमला कर दूंगा. That day AI doesn't come to play. That day we need human. Again, I am constantly bringing one thing, that anything repetitive can be done through AI. But anything which is a special cause of variation, strikes, Bengal election, that AI cannot predict. AI can only work on common cause of variation. Where should I put my energy? In a common cause of variation or a special cause of variation is the decision which industry need to start taking. And that's where let us push our intelligence there. Because 5 years from now, getting this manpower, which we are getting today, which is less IQ, less EQ, and more physical, will start becoming less. You will get better IQ and better EQ people. Hence, our machines and our industry and us should be selfish enough to know how to use this natural resource, which is called human, for the highest level of productivity. And everything which is lower level of productivity in terms of brain should be given to artificial intelligence. So that should be the combination which industry should be thinking about. If you ask me, as of now we are ready for a hybrid version. Call out repetitive, call out complex, call out very minute, okay? And start converting that into AI. Before AI, let us get into humanoids and cobots and, first get our infrastructure ready in terms of getting the right machine. We all in India have a passion of never letting go of my earlier assets. I think that is the first passion we have to give up. I was talking to Pankaj and Ashok Sinha saying, I will put 4 ACs in my house. Okay, but I'm so middle class, I will then tell everybody, let us sleep in one room. Because electricity bill will be very high. And that one person who pays the electricity bill will not sleep the whole night. Because room thanda ho gaya, band kar do. Fir room garam ho gaya, chalu kar do. The whole of summer that person doesn't sleep because maine machines laga li. I have put the machines because that was the need. That makes me look good in the society. But my worry is still penny wise, pound foolish, the electricity bill. What I forgot, why I put the ACs. I put air condition so that my family lives in a regulated temperature and be healthy. What was my reason to put AC was that. What became my daily KPI? Electricity bill. And what I am working on, switching on the AC and switching off the AC. This is exactly how we go about automation, IoT, AI. I want to be disruptive. I want to be ahead of curve. I want to be China, Germany, everything. I buy the machines. Then I say, but let us put it in one line. Let me first automate one line. Okay, I will make my inventory control through AI, but demand planning because 20-5 लाख में लोग मिल रहे हैं ना, ये तो 50 लाख की लाइन लगी. So till the time we give up that and look at better way of doing things, we will not be changing. As an industry, that is the reason we are 20 years behind China right now. The whole of COVID, we were managing human resources. They were looking at how I will not need human resources to do repetitive work. And today we all are trying to go and learn from China how to utilize AI and how to make the industries. Okay, everything was known to everybody, right? That's what I said. Artificial intelligence is about reading everybody's mind, putting it together, and speaking what you wanted to hear, right? So that's what I did. What I see is what we should be doing. I think the biggest challenge today we have is, one of the academians has touched upon it, that how industry and academia should work together. Even today, we are teaching thermodynamics, theory of machines, right, to our engineers. And very clearly, there is a gap when I am not producing industry-ready manpower, and hence I am not able to hire. Exactly the same point he says, we still hire on CGPA. CGPA comes on theory. So what we should be doing? I think industry and academia should get together and say that if I'm going towards artificial intelligence, what's the kind of skills I need? We need to make this NEP, keeping aside, we should have regionalized colleges. Like for example, if I take example of Pune, my Pune colleges should understand what kind of industry is coming up in Pune. Then we should have industrial labs in the colleges, which should be funded by industry. They should be clearly called out internship programs, which is where these students can come and do internship with you. We are educating our coming up workforce in ITIs in polytechnics, in engineering college, even in schools, giving them right internships and ensuring that when they leave the college, they're ready to be absorbed in the industry. We should be teaching them problem solving. We should be teaching them how machines work, not how machines are made in, internal combustion engines are made. They're passé. We're not teaching them hydrogen cells. We're not teaching them. So I think there is a huge disconnect between what we want, where our parents are paying money, and how are we making people industry ready. So that is one part which I think we should be working very, very closely. Also, I think, one more thing is that giving up this whole passion towards the number, because we are constantly killing the creativity with which the children are born. They ask question, we say, no, ये question नहीं पूछते, हमारे यहाँ ऐसा नहीं करते. We should stop doing that. Showing the art of possible from this industry to a very young generation by connecting right there, bringing them more and more. We say 18 and below cannot work in our industry, but we never say 18 and below cannot come and see what happens in industry, right? Are we really bringing 8, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th standard people? Are we running the summer camps for the children to see what happens in industry? I think these are the questions which we should be asking with each other, and not having this divide that academia is not doing, so I am not ready, industry is not doing, so I am not ready. Coming up with those clusters, and I think GMA should, because this is a very cohesive, otherwise organization which I have seen right now, we should start looking at that. Even our play areas should have AI and IoTs and industry and manufacturing, how to make car, like those Lego lens and all. I think that is the need of the hour. One good thing which I see AI will do is, it will become gender agnostic. So if you want to really get lots of good talent coming, which is sitting on the other gender, which is still 3%, occupied in manufacturing. As we get into more AI and more IIoTs, I think we will get more women coming and working with us, because it will become less physical work. So these are few points which I wanted to put here. That's the direction where I am working. When we are going for AI, go disruptive. When we are looking at our old factories, look at what is the art of possible, look at the newness of manufacturing. Let's not come up with too many plants. Let's make plant in plant, do hub and spoke, all those things, and look at circularity as one of the most important thing when we are doing anything, and AI actually helps us do circularity in the best possible way. So with that thought, I will give the dice back to Pankaj, and will be open for any question which is coming my way. Thank you very much.
The most interesting, the statement you start with, that is the mechanical engineering by choice. So you are one of the rarest ones. Generally, I used to use this phrase when I am talking to my colleagues and friends. So I am also the same category. Thank you. You talk about that the success of AI, the adoption of AI is beyond fear. So yes, this is a real thought. Like half-heartedly, nothing can be achieved the way you want. If AI is a reality. The question does not exist whether AI or no AI. AI is very much there. It has been spoken in the morning session also. So the idea is that we have to make in full-hearted efforts to adopt AI and collaborate with the human special skills. The most areas where can be adopted very fast is the repetitive jobs. Yes, there is a lot of uncertainty as we talk about. So for that, you need to have a human expertise. So we have to have a mix of a human expertise with the AI. Thank you very much, ma'am. And really, it will bring in the new way of manufacturing and surely improve the productivity.